3GB's Flashback Fridays is brought to you by Freedom. It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's another episode of Flashback Fridays. I'm your host, Drago1983, and today I'm going to take you through my awesome trilogy game that I love so much, which now I did recently Onimusha 1, Onimusha 2, and now I'm doing Onimusha 3 Demon Siege. So let's get started. Nobunaga's evil scourge has now spread across time to affect the future. As Samanosuke prepares for battle, a new hero enters the fray. Jacques Black, French military officer. Together, this unlikely team must stop the King of the Demons. Starring Jean Reno as Jacques Black and Takeshi Kaneshiro as Samanosuke. Onimusha 3 Demon Siege is the final chapter in the Onimusha trilogy. Two heroes from different lands travel through time and space to defeat the evil Nobunaga and his hordes of darkness. Control the fate of both men as you journey back from 16th century Japan to modern day Paris and back. Let the final battle begin. So this is basically, of course, like I said, the final trilogy of the Onimusha series. And again, the graphics were improved more, and the combat system was very awesome. And of course, you know, a lot of awesome monsters and combat styles, and of course weapons, which is very awesome. Again, I remember playing this as a kid back in 2004. That's when the game came out, and I loved it. Awesome game, loved it. I keep saying loved it because, like I said, it's an awesome game. But yeah, of course, you know, you got your original weapons from 1 and 2, the Onimusha series. And of course, you got from the Onimusha 2, you got the 5 Oni orbs, which of course you have to collect all Oni orbs. But the cool part is that once you collect all the Oni orbs, I believe you don't have to use them once you collect the 5th one. Basically, you save it when you get to a tight situation, and all you do is just push L3 and R3 at the same time, and then you will turn into a Onimusha. And so, of course, you know, there's some new characters in the game, and of course, I will tell you who they are. Let's see. Of course, there's Ranamaru Mori, which you probably saw him in the beginning of the video with Nobunaga. And of course, Nobunaga. And I think you all remember from Onimusha 1, Guildenstern, which is that skeleton dude that was dissecting a dead body, just doing like weird experiments. And then, of course, you know, you got a new character. Of course, there's a woman in Paris named Michelle Albert. And then, of course, Jacques, I believe his son, yeah, Henry Block. and then there's Harachiro Tarakasu Honda. I finally said it right. And so yeah, he's also in the game as well. And then, of course, you know, later on in the video, you're going to see a new little character flying, going alongside with Jacques, named Akko. She looks like basically a little Tinkerbell, but Japanese version. And so for Jacques, his weapon, he uses a whip, which, of course, you know, everyone's saying, like, what, a whip? Oh, wow, a whip. We're trying to want to be Indiana Jones. But his whip is really awesome, because throughout the game, his whip will upgrade into like a saw-like whip, which it looks like a chainsaw or as like a loose whip, which is very cool and very effective. And of course, you know, there's like awesome bosses. Like I remember playing as Jacques. There's one mini boss you play as. You fight against like a giant tiger or like a lion or something, but like I said, I forgot. But I know you do fight like a wannabe like tiger, and I think that was like one of my favorite mini bosses, which is awesome. And of course, Samanosuke in the beginning of the game, he fights like a high tech robot, even though it has like a brain. So it was made by Goldenstein, and so it's really awesome, and I love the game. And it's a good story, of course. Again, the story is about basically, Samanosuke goes into the future in 2004, and then Jacques goes back into his time, back in 1580 something. And so basically, Jacques has to help Samanosuke fight the Genmas. Of course, that's the Genmas mean the monsters. Basically to destroy them and do certain things. And then Samanosuke has to do the same thing, but in the future. And then, of course, towards the end of the game, spoilers, Samanosuke does go back to his own time, and then that's when he goes to fight Nobunaga. And then, of course, at the end, Jacques is back to his own time. He's reunited with his son and reunited with Michelle. And Samanosuke, of course, is back in his time, but he's with Akko, the Tinkerbell Fairy Japanese version. And so, and then that's where it ends. And then, of course, there's a little, I believe there's a little teaser showing the a new Onimusha game, which is, of course, I will show you guys, in the next Flashback Fridays, which I believe is called Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. So it's not called Onimusha 4 because, like they said, this is their last Onimusha game for the trilogy. So this is basically like a new chapter of Onimusha. And so that's pretty much it. And like I said, it's a really great game. If you guys own it, don't sell it or don't give it away. Keep it as a collection. Like I said, it's made by Capcom. Capcom makes really good games, makes good fighting games, adventure games as well. And so, thank you guys for watching. Please share with your friends who are fans of PS2 back in the day, and comment if to see what other games you want to see on our channel. So again, I'm Drago1983, and this has been 3GB's Flashback Fridays. And don't forget, come with us if you want the game. Laters.